Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alison. Today I would like to share with you another handmade junk journal. These handmade junk journals I have named it as a little fairy journal. This little fairy journals is covered with fabrics here, and I have sewed around the books. In front of the journals there's lace truffles and lace, and here there's also a lace. All here are sewed, and here has a very beautiful dragonfly and a lace flower with a button that I have also sewn in. Because of the theme is something like fairy, I try my best to put more florals, more lace, and some butterflies item inside. So in the front page I have included also this beautiful flower with birds, and it's a hardcover. And the first page will be here. I have put some collage. Here is some washi truffles with some cheesecloth, and around I have sewed around on a children's book page, and this is a tag and I have put it inside here. Okay, it will look like this for the front page. Here is a children's books, and this is a vintage authentic music book page, line page inside, coffee dye paper. And in this coffee dye paper, in this book I have included some of the journal card inside. This is because of the fairy tales, I have included some fairy tales related junk journal cards also. And this beautiful birds cards with this tuck spot, these two tuck spot with a butterfly tag here. In this is also a double tuck spot, coffee dye doily, coffee dye paper, and here has a vintage, actually it's a vintage magazine paper. On this vintage magazine paper, I have do a collage with a pocket. In this pocket you can put in some of the cards. This is a pocket, okay, with two little girl and boy, and something about Valentine's. I feel it's very cute. Next page is coffee dye paper. This is a map with a large pocket. In this pocket is actually from up until the bottom. It's a very long pocket. You can put inside maybe some long receipts, letters, or anything you can put inside. This is a map paper, and you can see there's a very cute whale in the Indian Oceans. And here there's a small bird pocket I have sewed around, and beside the edge you can see I have sewed this beautiful lace, this cotton lace, and I've included this beautiful floral tag. You can turn and write your secret here and cover it, or you can write behind, or in front here you can put a photo and cover it with this beautiful floral vellum, and behind you can write something behind about the story. Next page is this vintage Chinese paper, authentic Chinese paper, and coffee stain line paper, coffee dye line paper, vintage book page, vintage this one is coffee dye paper also. And here there's a tea dye pocket paper, and I have included some fabric collage with this beautiful vintage flower with doily, and I've included this coffee dye printed floral paper that you can journal. And you can see this is a very beautiful coffee dye. You can write anything and I have included in here. Next page, here is a pocket, a sew pocket I have put inside. You can put some tag or photo. Here is a flip out. This is a vintage paper documents that I have included inside. I think it's about something for insurance policy. And here is a tuck spot where I have included this vintage floral paper. It's like this. All this I've inspired by Tiffy Butters and also Luna Jo, Johanna Clough. They are very inspired. So some of the ideas is I have taken from them. I've also will link down below their YouTube channels. You can have a look for their channels as well. They have a very beautiful channel, very beautiful. They're also doing very beautiful junk journal. This is a lined paper, coffee dye paper, printed coffee dye paper. I think this is about florals, botanicals, and this is also a very beautiful coffee dye paper. This is a plant paper. I don't know how to tell you. This is actually a recycled paper that you can see some fiber inside this paper. I feel this paper is very special, so I include inside here children's storybook page where I sew around lace. Here is another coffee dye paper, a small pocket over here. You can put some cards or anything inside. Tuck spot with book page journal, tuck spot, and some lined vintage paper. This actually is something like account papers. This coffee dye flip out, vintage dictionary paper. This is something like line or some, they're actually using this for checking out their stock paper. I think this is called coffee dye stock paper. Vellum paper. This is the encyclopedia butterfly. And in the middle, this time, this journal, I have include a middle pocket which I have inspired by Tiffy Butter. I have include also some of the journal cards and small embellishment paper inside. So for the details, you can see when you purchase. And I have sewed around this pocket so that you won't see the middle threads in the middle. Another page of this vintage encyclopedia, butterfly encyclopedia, vellum paper, coffee dye paper. So in this junk journal, you have plenty of space for you to junk journal on, to do collage for all this journal. Here another very beautiful lace I have sewed around, and a flip out for this beautiful paper. And here there's a pocket. I have include a beautiful oriental tag, coffee dye paper. This also. This is another side of that beautiful print botanical paper. And here has another side of that pocket which I have include some of this beautiful tag, sewing tag. This is something like a vintage map that talk about, I think, conquer of something vintage, some. So I have put a very beautiful drawing here. For this pocket, I have do some collage. This beautiful bee collage here. And this is the red tea dye paper, coffee dye paper. I like this page. You see, the pattern is very beautiful. Vintage book page, and I have include a very small pocket here. Let me see, find something small. Okay, this is also a sew pocket. I have sew around, so you can put maybe some card. Okay, you can put a card inside. I think my card is too big. Yeah, okay, you can put inside a card, so you can store some secrets inside. Lined coffee dye paper, and this is a pocket where I have sewn around. This is actually, you can do it like you can put inside some card inside for sure. This size or this size also can. And inside I have include some cards also. and behind is actually a vintage book page. I have include over here is because you can flexibly, you can put like this, you can stick all the way down, or you can stick around here, make it as a tuck spot so that you can have 3 pocket, one pocket or 2 pocket. You can have 2 pocket, 1 pocket and 2 pocket, or you can put it in the middle as a in the middle for 2 pocket in the middle like this one, and then you stick around here for the another pocket. So this is a very flexible pocket you can put. So you can put any page, you can put another page around here, okay, or even this page also can. So this is another tuck spot, collage tuck spot I have made. This is a vintage stamp, authentic vintage stamp. Down here I have some book page and some fabrics, and you can put it as a tuck spot. This is another page of that vintage map. This is a, you can put some letter or some card in between. Coffee dye paper, vintage magazine paper. This magazine paper is from 1997, and this one is coffee dye paper, coffee dye doily, and here has a very special paper. There's a three layer. You can cut off from here, and this is a coffee dye paper, line paper, music paper, flip out music paper, and here is some children's book, and behind here I have made a pocket. There's a library card you can put inside like this. So this is the back side of the journal. So so I hope you like this video. Any questions you can see down at the description box, and please give me a like, and we'll see you next week again. Bye.